and welcome to the Meridian meditation. We'll do Meridian meditation only when we are really familiar with the general flow of the meridians, so we don't have to be intricate and to know each and every part of the flow, but just to have a general idea how each meridian flows in the body. Now the meridians can be stimulated physically through stretching or massaging, can be stimulated through qigong and very soft and gentle movement, and can be stimulated only with awareness. So here in this meditation, using only awareness to move and stimulate the life force in the meridians. Now the life force is not belong to us and not generated by us, it's actually expressing through us. Therefore, as much as we acknowledge that we are part of everything, more life force is available to be expressed through us. Meaning that there's less that I am ego-driven person, more connection and more power will flow through me. So let's start by acknowledging the central channels. Remember, in the central channels we have the Chongmai that runs from the pelvic floor to the crown. We have the Renmai that runs from the pelvic floor through the front of the body to the crown. And we have the Dumai that runs from the pelvic floor up the spine to the crown. So let's just become aware of that connection between pelvic floor and these three meridians and the crown. So we only need to acknowledge, we don't need to do anything, just to have the image of these three meridians as we are observing and feeling what's happening. Now the central channel, or these three channels, are not limited to the physical form. Actually, they are expressing connection between heaven and earth. So as we connecting to these three channels, let's become aware that we are a billion times bigger than our physical form. And also these channels are expression of this connection, earth to heaven and heaven to earth. Beautiful. So let's continue and acknowledge the three young heavenly meridians that start from heaven and flows front, sides and back. Front is the stomach meridian, sides is the gallbladder meridian, and back is the urinary bladder meridian. Before we go into each side of the body, let's just visualize that there is a shower of light coming from heaven and showering front, sides and back. and illuminating us, nourishing us, and give us a sense of connection with life. And let's focus on the front. So same shower of light comes, but we emphasize our awareness on the front because we want to feel that the front fills up with energy and is nourished between heaven and earth. And the front is controlled by the stomach meridian that runs down the face, down the chest, abdomen, the front of the legs, all the way to the toes. Let's continue with the side meridian, controlled by the gallbladder. And again, we're visualizing heavenly flow from infinity, rushing and nourishing with so much light and life force the whole side of the body, the side of the head, the side of the neck, rib cage, pelvis, side of the legs, all the way to the toes. Just observe and feel this quality, how it comes down from heaven and nourishing you. And the third meridian is the urinary bladder meridian, runs in the back. So again, we're aware of the life force, the golden light showering down from heaven, gently caressing our head, the neck, the whole back is lit up and caressed and nourished. The lower back, the buttocks, the back of the legs, and all the way down to the little toe and out. Just be with this image and feel it. Now again, go to the image of this Sri young meridian, heavenly flow, and feel how they flow down so beautifully. Keep your awareness infinite. Then the power that is available for you is infinite. Great. And let's respond to the heaven with the earth energy. The earth energy flows up into the body from the yin meridians, that flowing from the sole of the foot and then the inner legs and up to the chest. In the very back of the inner leg is the kidney meridian. In the middle of the inner legs is the liver, and more in the front of the inner leg is the spleen. So for now, let's just pay attention to the three of them together and just acknowledge their trajectory from the center of the earth through your feet and up to the chest. And if you want to emphasize more this flow, you can also synchronize with the breath, that when we inhale, we pull this life force from the earth into the heart. And when we exhale, we visualize that it distributes in the whole body. And now let go of the breathing, just stay aware of this connection, earth and body and heart. And now see if you can visualize and feel these two powers that creates you interacting as you're aware of the heaven flow down through your body to the earth, and the earth flow up from the earth into your chest and up to the heaven. Just stay aware and see what happens. Experience. Beautiful. And now let's connect to the human level, which is expressed through the meridians of the arms. The yin meridian comes from the chest and flowing through the inner arms out, palms and fingers, and the yang meridians flows through the fingers back up from the outside of the arms up to the shoulders, shoulder blade, neck, and to the head and to the heaven. Let's focus first on the yin meridians that flows from the chest and out. These meridians of the arms generally expressing doing, being human. So we get the nourishment from heaven and earth, and then we have expression. So let's focus on the yin meridian from the chest out in the inner arms. So we don't differentiate between the lung, pericard and the heart. Let's feel them together now and visualize light flows from the chest through the inner arms, palms, fingers, and beams of light, rays of light shining out. Just be with it for a minute. Beautiful. And now let's go to the opposite, the movement from outside through the three yang meridians of the arm, back to the shoulders, upper back, and to the head and to the heaven. So the yang meridian of the arm are large intestine, triple warmer, and small intestine, but we take them as one unit, and we're just observing how they flow from outside into the body. Beautiful. So, as you know, the meridian flows in 2 hours through the whole 24 hours of the day. So what we're going to do now is stimulate with our awareness the meridians in the sequence they're flowing. And like this we can harmonize the whole meridian system of the body. Let's start and place our awareness in the center of the chest. Inhale, and exhale, visualize the light rushing down from the lung meridian out into your thumb and out. Just hold it for a minute and observe this beautiful flow through the lung meridian. Beautiful. Let's shift to its partner, the large intestine, and visualize that now the light and the life force returning through the large intestine meridian back into the body, goes to the shoulders, goes to the neck, goes to the head. Remember that the large intestine crosses over the nose and actually relates to the two hemispheres of the brain. So be aware of that. Hold the awareness and feel it. Beautiful. The large intestine connect to the Yang Ming, the bright yang stomach meridian that we already visited before. It flows in the front of the body. So we inhale, and as we exhale, we visualize the light flows down the front of the body through the stomach meridian. It nourishes the forehead and the face. It nourishes the chest, the abdomen, the upper outer part of the legs, all the way to the toes. Just be aware of this flow inside the stomach meridian. Beautiful. The stomach connects through the earth element into the spleen meridian that rushes in the inside of the legs. And let's visualize that this meridian comes from the center of the earth and bring with it the quality of the center of the earth through the spleen meridian and lifts up all the way inner legs, groins, front of the torso, all the way to the heart. And when I say heart, I mean the center of the chest, the heart chakra. Just become aware of that. Beautiful. Spleen meridian connect to the heart meridian. So we visualize now the heart meridian. We inhale, and as we exhale, we visualize light rushing out from the chest through the heart meridian to the little finger and way, way, way out. Just feel it. And the heart is connected through the fire element to the small intestine, which is in the yang part of the arm. And we visualize now light entering from the small intestine, the little finger, all the way up the arm, shoulder and shoulder blade, neck, and up into the brain. Now the small intestine connects to the urinary bladder through the Tai Yang, the big yang. So like we did before, the urinary bladder comes from heaven down the back of the body all the way to the little toe. So let's visualize this flow from the heaven through the head, the back of the head, both sides of the neck, both sides of the spine, close to the spine but also outside, further out, and all the way down buttocks, back of the leg to the little toe. Just be with the Tai Yang heavenly flow for a minute. And the Tai Yang urinary bladder connects with the kidney, its water element partner, and the kidney comes from the center of the earth through the sole of the foot, through the back of the inner legs, and flows all the way up, more quite center but not completely in the center of the abdomen, of the torso, then goes up to the chest. So just become aware of this beautiful flow, kidney meridian. And the kidney connects with the pericard. Pericard flows from the chest outside through the center of the arms, the inner part, the in part, to the middle finger and out to infinity. Become aware of this connection. Become aware of this flow. And maybe you can even feel how the kidney meridian comes from the earth, and then in the chest it expresses through the pericard. Beautiful. And the pericard connects through the fire into the triple warmer. So the triple warmer flows in the back of the middle of the inner arm, in the back of the arm. The triple warmer flows in the center of the young part of the arm, all the way up to the shoulder, neck, and lifts up the side of the head into the brain. Just be with it for a minute. And the triple warmer connects to the gallbladder through the Shao Yang, the middle yang. And the gallbladder is a heavenly flow that comes from heaven and nourishes the whole side of the body, all the way to the toes, so be aware of that. And maybe even you can communicate and connect triple warmer and gallbladder to feel that it's one layer or one power that flows through your body. Beautiful. And the gallbladder connects through the wood element to the earth meridian of the liver. So visualize energy comes from the center of the earth, lifts between the first and the second toe, and then shifts in the ankle to the center of the inner legs, lifts up, enter to the groin area, and lifts up the front of the torso, spreads in the area of the rib cage and up in the chest. Just be aware of that. Beautiful. And like this we covered all the 12 meridians of the body. Let's just take a minute now and become aware that everything flows without distinction, that the body is full of power, of vitality, and not only it radiates within itself, it also radiates to infinity, like you are a sun, a ball of light, with no beginning and no end. And before we finish the meditation, let's just take a minute of gratitude. How lucky we are to be able to practice it. And visualize that all this beautiful energy is spread and shared among all beings on planet Earth and in the whole creation. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.